Guys, what's going on? What's going on, guys? What's going on? You know, here we are, guys. Here we are. Happy Monday, guys. Happy Monday. Let me check my sound settings because, of course, I have to just in case. Just in case. I think we're good. What's up, guys? You know, here we are. Keyshawn's here. What's up, man? Christopher, Red Door, Lauren, how you doing? Rajai, what's up, man? Let's see. Yeah, what's up, guys? And guys, I brought up this male loneliness epidemic multiple times in the last week and a half. Guys, I don't believe it's real. I don't. I honestly don't believe that this male loneliness epidemic is a real thing, right? Because guys, you know how many guys I know that are in miserable marriages who wish that they were part of some perceived loneliness epidemic, right? And guys, anytime that women do anything wrong, they say society. And anytime men do anything wrong, they say men. That's anytime that they identify anything wrong with men, they always with women, they always have got to talk about men too. Here's the thing, guys, even if there was said perceived loneliness epidemic, men can deal with being lonely much better than women can, okay? And guys, between the cough and social media, women are lonely. They're miserable, and their mental health is going down the absolute toilet. You know what I'm saying? And guys, when men are lonely, no one cares, right? But when women are lonely, oh my God, it's a crisis. It's a crisis. Please. What a joke. What a joke. Look at that. And guys, this has nothing to do with us. This has nothing to do with us. Secret, what's up, dude? Seth is here. Kevin's here. What's up, guys? You know, nothing to do with us, guys. This is not our fight. And social media makes it 10 times worse. 10 times worse, guys, because they're addicted to social media. They're addicted to the attention that they get online, and then they actually sit at home at night crying into their boxed wine and torturing their cats. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, guys. Let's do this first, and then we will get into the topic. Let's break some news, guys. Hold on. Let's do this. Guys, let's do this. Let's do this. Check this out.
Ages are experiencing loneliness. It's Woman to Woman Wednesday. More than 60% of Americans of all ages are experiencing loneliness. A Connecticut-based nonprofit called For All Ages is on a mission to end loneliness and enrich lives through social connection. And joining us now is Renee Arlene. Chevelle couldn't be with us, but she'll be back. And we have a very special guest today, founder and CEO of For All Ages, Deb Bibbins. Deb, we are honored to have you at the table.
Thank you so much for having me today as a special guest. I'm just really excited to be here with everyone.
Oh, welcome. It's good to have you. You have done such incredible work. For you, a loved one in your life struggled with loneliness. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes,
Look at that, guys.
He was an older adult, and he had a group of friends that he had been hanging around with for years. And one by one, they started passing away. And as his social network shrunk, he became more and more lonely. And it wasn't that he didn't have family around. It was simply that he didn't have his buddies around. And so I watched that happen and started doing some research on the detrimental health impacts of loneliness and found that there are many.
Now, I was driving in my car and I heard over the radio that the impact of loneliness is the same as smoking 15 cigarettes. What are the health implications?
Yeah, so starting with anxiety and depression, let's just start there. Loneliness causes anxiety and depression, substance abuse, suicidal ideation, which is really, really terrible, and actual physical impacts, heart disease, any type of cardiovascular illness, higher probability of having a stroke, and a 50% higher probability of
Look at that,
developing
guys.
some form of dementia. And we're learning more about interactions with diabetes now. It seems as though every week we're hearing more and more about the detrimental health impacts.
For the first time, the World Health Organization.
No, guys, here's the thing. You guys, okay. So what's even crazier is you have all these influencers who have 200, 300,000 followers, and they're actually more isolated than ever. Guys, if you were playing Call of Duty, right, and you have thousands of friends on your PlayStation thing that you play friends with, guys, you don't feel lonely. But these women, social media isolates them way more than it isolates us men. You know what I mean? Look at that.
Weeks ago, made a big declaration. Can you tell everybody about that when it comes to loneliness?
Yes, it really is historic. 3 weeks ago, the World Health Organization passed a historic resolution declaring loneliness a public health concern across the world, and the resolution urges member states of the World Health Organization to focus in on strategies and programs, and really applying a social health lens to everything. I'm starting to collect better data on it, which really does not exist to the degree that it should, so that people can start monitoring.
The only reason why they're collecting data is because it affects women, right, guys? Put a 1 if you agree.
Monitoring improvements.
You mentioned the story that how you actually build this organization, this group, which is called For All Ages.
Yes.
And it's not just because of someone who's elder.
Correct.
Because lonely is also for all ages. And that also comes back to very young kids.
Yes.
So what is
Yes.
the biggest age group that you're thinking, and how does For All Ages help everyone?
Yes. Thank you for the question. So the loneliest population, and this is actually very frightening, is age 18 to 22. And so it's that young adult population. It starts in the teen years, but after people graduate from college, they're thrust into a new space, a new world, into their new chapter, and they leave behind the family and friends that they have grown up with. And that's the first time. And it can be through multiple transitions in our lives where we feel lonely, but that's the first time where it happens for many people. And I think your second question is, what do we do, right? How do we offer programs and events that bring the generations together in really powerful, impactful, positive, happy, fun, joyful ways.
Yeah, that sounds like tons of fun, right, guys?
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
We also provide opportunities for community members to come together with others, people of all ages, to create an event for their own community. So it's a volunteer opportunity where you have community members coming together in order to host an event for their community. So they have a purpose and they receive some joy out of it, and they're connecting intergenerationally. So those are some of the things that we do. Our largest program, intergenerational program, is called Tea at 3. And
blah, 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 right? But guys, look at this. Where was it?
Social distancing measures are meant to reduce the spread of COVID-19, but a new Mayo Clinic study finds they've also created or aggravated certain wellness concerns. To measure social relationship changes during the pandemic, researchers compared survey results from nearly 2,000 patients in 2018 and again during the stay-at-home orders throughout much of the U.S. Dr. Pravesh Sharma with Mayo and Eau Claire, who co-authored that study, says there was an increase in emotional and logistical support and a decrease in perceived hostility. But on the flip side, the team found a large decrease in friendships And women reported higher levels of loneliness during the pandemic compared to men.
Look at that.
Also, at a public
Gee, could it be because us men are used to being alone? That we like having alone time, right? That we have hobbies, that we have other things to distract us? Come on, man. Guys, what a joke. What an absolute joke. Look at that. Here you go, guys.
New today at 10, a new study by Oregon State University is shedding light on how social media connections impact feelings of loneliness. The study compiled data from more than 1,500 adults across the U.S. It found connecting with people on social media who they have never met in person is associated with increased loneliness. Researchers say it illustrates just how important face-to-face interactions can be to combat lonely feelings.
Look at that, guys. Look at that. Cooked, guys. Cooked. Cooked, 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 cooked. Here you go.
Loneliness can be a dark time for many, and days like Valentine's Day can emphasize those feelings.
Of course. All these old bags and hags alone on Valentine's Day.
Two women are tackling this growing issue, especially in older adults, creating connection through an app, as doctors shine a light on what they're calling a public health crisis.
It's hard to make friends as we age.
Of course they would be lonely, right, guys?
Well.
Look at that. Guys, please hit the like button on the way in, guys. I'd appreciate that, guys. We are at 21 likes, guys. We have 46 people watching. Guys, take a second and hit the like button.
Carolyn Kelly and Taylor J saw the difficulty of meeting people and created Wiser Friends, an app for people over 40 to meet and connect safely.
You tap the thumbs up to like a profile and the thumbs down to say maybe later. And then once...
So it's basically online dating, but for friends. Is that not the most depressing, demented thing that you guys have ever heard? Guys, they have meetup.com. Guys, go to your local video game store. Go to your local tabletop game store. You know what I'm saying? Go to the gym. Start taking jujitsu. There's tons of ways to meet people.
To match with someone, you could chat, or you could use our friend blast feature, which makes it really easy to make plans.
Getting people out to meet others for the betterment of their health, something doctors emphasized Tuesday.
There are studies that suggest that loneliness is as dangerous as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. On the other side, social connection can improve your survival rates by 50%.
Doctors described 3 common types of loneliness: relational, intimate, and collective. Dr. Singh with CHI Health says he believes social media is impacting all of those areas.
Because we're so engaged.
Jubilee, I disagree. It's not best to meet at church as a man. No, it's not. Nope. As a red pill guy, guys, I want you to put a 1 in the chat if you agree that as a red pill guy, the church is one of the last places that you'd ever want to look for a friend. Because you probably come across some blue pill tradcon moron who's going to be like, Setha, D-name, Lenny, you're just too hard on women. You sound like a misogynist. You hate women. Please. Guys, there's other ways that you could go and find Bible studies on meetup.com or other ways where you can meet people outside the church that are believers. But guys, don't go to these churches. Don't. Because then they'll be like, hey, Lenny, why don't you go to the singles ministry where there's all these dunderheaded 304s who have bastard children? It's a racket, it's a joke, and it's nowhere for any man worth a damn to try and go. Sorry, guys. How many times have we done the rise of Christian feminism here and shown that there's a 304 to church floor pipeline? Thank you, Brent. Stripper pole to church floor pipeline. Yeah. 304 to church floor pipeline, guys. The last place you want to go is to give some dunderheaded pastor pork chop, 10% of your check just to tell you how bad men are. Or letting some LDHD TVs and some single moms and their bastard kids take precedence over the men. I don't think so.
In social media, we're also seeing a definite lack in collective experience as a human society.
And it's a concern doctors are seeing in all ages.
So much of our life is just spent in the fast lane that we really do need to spend time slowing things down, being more mindful, being in the moment.
Dr. Singh says to rely on the 5 F's: family, friends, faith, finding your third space or a place of community engagement, and finding your cause, a purpose or service. While it is technology and social media based, Carolyn and Taylor are hoping their app will kickstart friendship.
It's not going to, because Bumble had the Bumble Friends app. You know what I'm saying? Where was that one video? There's a video that I clicked on that I want to show you guys really, really fast. Is Wyon? Is this Canadian media? Look at this. I'll speed this up for copyright purposes because I'm not sure. But here we go.
A recent landmark verdict, a Los Angeles jury has held Meta and Google liable for promoting social media addiction and fueling depression, awarding $3 million to a 20-year-old plaintiff. The verdict puts a spotlight on social media platforms that are designed to keep users hooked.
So this young girl sued Facebook and won $3 million because it made her lonely.
Connected, even as they leave many feeling more and more isolated in the real world. We'll leave you with this report. Take a look.
Social media is fueling what experts call the loneliness paradox. We're more connected than ever, yet more alone than before. Platforms like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X and Snapchat allow us to talk instantly across continents, maintain hundreds of online connections, and join communities around almost any interest. In theory, this level of connectivity should make loneliness decline. But the opposite is happening.
As teens started spending more time on their phones, they spent less time sleeping and less time with their friends face to face. And those are 2 activities that are really crucial for mental health.
According to the World Health Organization, nearly 1 in 6 people worldwide now report feeling lonely, turning isolation into a global public health concern. The trend is even more pronounced among young people. According to a Gallup survey, about 27% of those aged 19 to 29 report feeling lonely, higher than older age groups. Experts say social media may be making the problem worse. These platforms encourage more contacts and more interactions, but many of these connections are shallow, brief, and performative. You may interact with hundreds of people online, yet still have no one to call when you're struggling. Then there's the comparison trap. Users are constantly exposed to curated highlights, perfect vacations, and happy relationships. Over time, this can create the feeling that everyone else is more connected and more fulfilled. Social media can also replace real-world meaningful interaction. Social media platforms may benefit from this. Lonely users often scroll more.
D name, you are fine. But here's the thing, you're a man. You know what I'm saying? You're a man, and you have hobbies and stuff. Women are not okay in general with being alone. Cook.
Post more, seek validation more, and return more frequently. In other words, loneliness can drive engagement, and engagement drives profit. But in a world designed to keep us connected, the real challenge may be finding meaningful connection.
Cooked. 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 Hold on, guys. There was. Is this it?
To have a baby.
Yeah. Dating situation. Guys, please hit the like button, guys. And guys, I did drop my my other sponsored video earlier today. So guys, that's the women being laid off. Guys, give that a couple extra views and make sure you hit the like button on that. Oh, I'll drop the link in the Discord first, guys, for anyone who's coming up. And then I will open up the lines here in about 20 minutes. So guys, make sure to hit the like button, guys. Hit the super chat button. Those are always appreciated. We've been doing well on super chats as of late, you know. But guys, here, check this out, right? Guys, this is from More to Life. So But there is one that has a chart here that I'm going to show you guys, and then we'll actually check out all these influencers and all these chicks that actually like to have the life, and then they end up self-deleting too. Guys, women are cooked. They're cooked, guys. These algorithms, right? They're trying to fish for likes and attention. And guys, they get emotionally burned out. Of course, that they blame us men. But guys, put a 1 if you've heard, especially in the video game industry, toxic positivity, right? Where a lot of video games fail because they have this culture of toxic positivity where everyone's like, oh, hey, that's a great idea. Guys, women practice toxic positivity. They post their stupid pictures and there's some mid chick or some biggin, you know what I'm saying? Some 580-pound chick with all these knuckleheads on social media gassing her up. And then she goes out into real life and no one's paying attention to her. Men don't pay attention to her. Women laugh at her. So that makes the loneliness even worse. Look at that, guys. These chicks make social media their entire identity, guys. Their entire identity. And you want to figure out why they're lonely? Why? Why? And guys, we aren't even touching on the dating apps. You know what I'm saying? Because there's something really, 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 really sick. Okay. Guys, put a 1 if you still have the, hey, why don't you come say that to my face mentality? Guys, if someone says something to me or about me online, I don't care because they won't come and say it to my face. Guys, I know there's people who talk bad about my channels, who say all this other stuff, because until they say it to my face, I don't care. And even then, judge who says it. But these women will let their whole emotional state be determined by people they don't know, they're never going to meet, who usually log on just to crap on someone. What a joke. Here you go, guys.
Event is canceled. I can't host an event with 3 guys.
45% of women ages 25 to 44 will be single by 2030. Doesn't that mean a whole lot of men will be single too?
I'm suffering. I know that I'm struggling. I know that I need a man, but I can't let my sisters down.
There was no loving husband to be there for us.
But where is my man at?
He's living his best life.
That is the quote, male loneliness epidemic. 78% are women.
Men feeling entitled to the opinion that they want children when all that they have to do is orgasm.
Has the highest search popularity with 1.55 million search popularity.
Guys, so 1.55 million people search for struggling with loneliness, right? And we know that the majority of those dunderheads are women.
On the struggling with loneliness search popularity here, we can see that in the past 7 days, it's gone up by 344%. My mind immediately jumped to what all the news articles and mainstream media are pointing to as a big problem in our country, and that is the quote, male loneliness epidemic. But see, something that this app also lets you do is you can look at the demographics of who's searching this. And you'll be surprised to see that of the searches, 78% searching that they're struggling with loneliness.
The numbers. So out of the percentages,
78% are female. Look at that. Look at that, guys. I told you guys this whole thing is BS. Yeah. Old Fox, he said
Well.
Clown world. Oh, but all of us poor men, we're so lonely. We're so lonely. No, it's the women out there. What a joke. And guys, this is why. Okay. You know what? I'll drop the link now for anyone who's coming up. And guys, I'm going to bring this back around, but I'm going to go on a little tangent. Okay. Guys, the 2024 election is like the final nail in the coffin for people not trusting the media. Put a 1 if you agree. because the media has been biased and stupid for the last 50 years. But guys, I really think when every single media source except News Nation and Fox News and all the right-wing YouTubers were so monumentally wrong about the election. Guys, CNN said Knucklehead Harris would win by a landslide. MSNBC, ABC, CBS, they all said it, and we all saw how the election went. It was a complete and total shellacking, guys. It was one of the worst ass kickings that I've seen in an election in my entire life. And all these left-wing YouTubers like, please don't abandon left-wing media, please. Right? People like Red Door, Lauren, D-Name, Adrian, Jubilee, Setha, all of us, we've been questioning the media for years now, decades. But I really think that the mainstream public really stopped and took a second and said, wait a second. Even people on the left now don't trust the media because they were not prepared to wake up in the morning and see that Knucklehead Harris got completely blown out of the water. But that leads back to this. Guys, what percentage of the media do you think reports that there's a male loneliness epidemic? I think it's like 85-90% of the media has said this, right? And there's a male loneliness epidemic. And guys, look at this. This proves there isn't. This proves that women are more lonely than men. Men are trying to reach out to get more solutions to loneliness than men by a large margin. Look at that, guys. That's what, 4 times more likely, 4 times worse. And it's women, was it 18 to 25? Yeah, 18 to 45, guys. I mean, guys, look at this. Guys, put a 1 if you just don't even trust basically any terrestrial media, meaning any TV, radio media at all. Because guys, here's the thing about going to YouTube. Guys, you at least know what my biases are. I'd rather get news or media stuff from a person that tells me that they're biased up front than claims to be unbiased. CNN says they're unbiased.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Like button, guys. Hit the like button, please. I'd appreciate that. Thank you so much. Right? Then let's get the likes up, guys. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, guys. Yeah. So, guys, this disproves that whole thing. And here's the thing. If they can't even admit that there's a problem with women, how can they even try and solve the problem? Guys, the media is completely cooked. Completely cooked, guys. What a joke.
78% of the searches were ladies. 19% of the searches were men. People that said they're struggling with loneliness. Let me rewind that back one more time to make sure that's what she said.
To what all the news articles and mainstream media are pointing to as a big problem in our country, and that is the, quote, male loneliness epidemic.
Nonsense.
But see, something that this app also lets you do is you can look at the demographics of who's searching this, and you'll be surprised to see that of the searches, 78% searching that they're struggling with loneliness on this app are women, females, with 96% of them being here in the United States. And it looks as though that it's mostly millennials and Gen Z.
All right, so we see something here. The young people, they're kids. 18 to 25, 25 to 35, 35 to 45. So from 18 to 45, they're lonely. They're struggling. The older ladies, they're just old. The young ladies, they're young. That's good to know.
This data right here flies in the face of what all these intellectuals are writing in their articles about the quote unquote male loneliness epidemic. Are we going to see a slew of articles now concerned about millennial and Gen Z women? Of course not. No, society just won't care enough.
Oh, now they're victims? Please.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. astray, run amok.
What are you talking about? Someone says men that have walked away aren't lonely. They found their lives more peaceful and drama-free. They have more time for themselves and their hobbies and male friends. And most important, they have more money. These men are never going back because the grass is greener on the other side of the plantation. Facts. Let's see, guys. Hold on. Okay. Look at that, guys. Guys, this guy's name is More Life, dude. Check it. Check him out. Drop him a sub. All right. I let him know that I sent you. So, and guys, you know what else makes me laugh? Oh, well, men who are married earn more money. You have to. You dunce. You have mouths to feed. A guy that's single and by himself doesn't have to make as much money. What a joke.
To anyone who's feeling lonely, the first thing I would say to you is, do you understand your loneliness?
No. I understand what you're saying. It's not that society won't care enough. It's that society, the feminist narrative, won't push it. They wouldn't dare push it because that means everything they said failed. Everything they had in store for women failed. It's leaving them lonely.
Have you asked your loneliness why it's there? I know that sounds weird, but for me, I used to feel lonely even in a room full of people. And I became okay with my loneliness so much so that I started to wish that I was invisible. It didn't matter that I was a mom to a healthy, beautiful child because that didn't heal my loneliness. My loneliness was—
Look at that. So she's a mom and she still feels lonely. Guys, put a 1 if you agree. These modern women don't care about their children. They don't care about their boyfriends, their husbands, their kids' dads, society, themselves. They don't care about anything, guys. She said she had a child and she still felt lonely. Absolute demons, man. What a joke.
Because for me personally, my loneliness was rooted in my lack of self-love, in my lack of self-esteem. And so your loneliness may be rooted in something different than how mine was. And that's why I always say, figure out where—
I gotta say this, right? Well, ladies have to realize, what do you see men getting taught? You see men getting taught having things to release their stress, right? A lot of men are playing games and going to the gym, and a lot are playing games and going to the gym. A lot of playing games while they're working out, some of them in the gym. Men are doing their own thing, walking their dogs, all kinds of things. It's not lonely. What you ladies have to understand, men grow up like this. It was times I was lonely when I was in the West, but I wasn't lonely. I was working.
Your loneliness is rooted in. I looked within myself 5 years ago, and that's when I came to the conclusion that my loneliness, my discontentment was rooted in a lack of self-love and self-esteem. And that's when I decided once and for all, I was going on a self-love journey. And I didn't have anyone guiding me. I just said, I'm going to—
A self-love journey, please.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Put one foot in front of the other, and I'm just going to do the next best thing I know how. And when all else fails, I'm going to tell myself everything will be okay. And I started out my self-love journey just by looking at myself in the mirror and telling myself, you're beautiful, you are worthy of love, you are a kind person, you're a good-hearted person. And at first it felt so uncomfortable. I was clearly lying to myself in the mirror. It felt uncomfortable for about a month, but I kept at it. And eventually that discomfort that I felt when I would tell myself nice and kind things in the mirror, it went away. Within about 3 or 4 months, I noticed that the patterns in my brain—
Imagine dealing with this shit, guys. All this crap going on in her head. Solomon Grundy says 3NN is the only news he trusts. Yeah. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for the $10, my brother.
You are scaring the hoes.
They shifted. The voices in my head, they weren't so mean anymore. If you struggle with that, I challenge you to just go into the mirror, and even when it feels like your skin is crawling, even when it feels so uncomfortable, like you're lying to yourself, I want you to gaslight yourself and look in the mirror and tell yourself, even if you don't believe it, you are beautiful, you are powerful, you are worth it, you are wonderful, you deserve love, and you deserve to love yourself. I was miserable for so long.
Holy moly, Sister Mary Francis.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
That was her. I mean, congrats on her for losing the weight, but good God.
And I completely transformed my life 5 years ago when I decided to finally choose to accept myself, to love myself,
What does that
to befriend
mean?
myself. And that loneliness, that's a part of my past. I have less people in my life now than I did then, and I don't feel that loneliness anymore. So if you were like me and your loneliness was rooted in a lack of self-love, in a lack of self-esteem, then comment down below, because this is something that I love to talk about, because when I tell you I don't even recognize my life anymore.
Together. That is very different. I am talking about.
I hate to make my entire life about relationships, but where is my man at?
He's living his best life, staying away from entitled modern women such as yourself.
Entitled and not right for a man to have an opinion about wanting children. I'm not talking about a couple coming to the conclusion that they want children together. That is very different. I am talking about men feeling entitled to the opinion that they want children when all that they have to do is orgasm, and then somebody else bears all of the health risks, the responsibility, everything. And they are walking around not with a desire to have like children with their partner. They just want children, and they're like, "You gonna sacrifice your body for me? You good with that?" They expect somebody to do that for them. To walk around this earth wanting children when your only contribution is orgasm, and you are expecting somebody to bear all of the responsibility for this and all of the risks, and you're just expecting somebody to give this to you, that is the most entitled, privileged thing I can ever think of. The situation was—
Is that not the most feminist rant that you've ever heard your entire life? They complain about what they're naturally here to do, and that's have children, guys. Guys, that's what women are naturally built to do, is get pregnant and bear children. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Reverse, women would not be doing this.
So remember, I don't know, those of you who watched another show that we did recently, where I talk about how they're coming for the dads. So it's not just about now, men hating where they hate, the guy that they are messing with, or they hate the guy that they're, in a relationship with, or they're hating. Then it shifted over to like the hating of the husbands, right? Now it's the dads, right? Ooh, can't stand the dads. So she's actually saying she can't stand that you guys out there, because you can't biologically carry a child like we can, you're not entitled to say that you want children. Can you imagine the psychosis going on in this woman's head? Let's just think about it for a second. Now, why is this happening? So there's an important point here. These women have been trained, they've been brainwashed, and they've been trained to hate their own biology, right? They're resentful of their own biology. Now, why is that? Because they've been—
And guys, I say this all the time. Guys, just like back in the day, back in the South, under Jim Crow, there was a whole bunch of blacks that thought that everything white was better. White schools were better. White ice cream shops sold colder ice cream. You know what I'm saying? That's what they are. Feminists honestly think that anything masculine is better than anything feminine. Or anything that they perceive to be masculine is better than anything feminine. They think motherhood is bad. They think being meek and being feminine is bad. They think that raising children is bad, and think that what men do out here, working our fingers to the bone, dying on the job, all this other stuff, they think that that's good, even though they can't really process things like violence, like the masculine burden of performance. What a joke.
Told that their biology turns them into a slave, right? Oh, you're just going to be a housekeeper and a maid. That their biology is somehow enslaving them to the life of mom, which is going to keep them from working and keep them from making money. They bought into all these talking points that somehow, because they have a female anatomy, female biology, that they are now limited in capacity, that they are less than, that they are weaker, all these things. Now, we are weaker in many respects, but there's nothing to be embarrassed about, right? We aren't as strong as men physically. We all know that. Rational people can just 2 and 2 is 4, honey. But they're resentful of that reality. So now they feel like guys have no opinion, right? They're not allowed to have an opinion about anything that they can't do themselves. So I would ask her also, does that flip the other way too, right? So should women not be allowed to have an opinion on things they can't do themselves? Because last I checked, all of you ladies want to have an opinion about everything. You're entitled to have an opinion about everything, but a guy's not entitled to say, hey, I want to be a dad. They want to take everything away from these guys because they're so A, they're resentful of their own biology, and B, they're jealous. They're jealous. These are women that are so die hard to compete with men. They're so die hard to do everything that a man can do just the way a man can do it, even if their own biology tells them they can't do that. They're so angry about that. They're so twisted about that, that it's coming out in these bizarre ways, right? Get down.
Yeah. Many years from now, there is going to be a quiet crisis.
It's happening now.
Loneliness in women, especially. Not because women failed, not because they weren't capable or intelligent, but because...
The wild thing, they said 2030, but it looks like it's happening now. It looks like it's
already
been
here,
happening.
guys. Put a 1 if you agree. The women's loneliness epidemic is already here. Already here, guys. These chicks are miserable. Miserable. Someone said the Phantom Menace.
From the statistics, but what do I know?
They were handed a script or a blueprint that left out the consequences.
There's a saying in America that you convince the lowest white man that he's better than a black man, and he'll let you rob him blind or some shit like that. I can't remember the exact quote. Well, my spin on it is if you convince an entire generation and society of women that their vagina is worth more than it actually is, and convince them that their narrative and their delusions are actually valid, this is what it creates. There's no such thing as male loneliness epidemic. There's no such thing as a female loneliness epidemic. Loneliness epidemic. All of us, we're all lonely. Even the reason I uploaded that first one is
I'm not lonely. No one in this chat is lonely either. What are you talking about?
to show that even in the Muslim community where you think, oh, it's getting bad out there, we have bought into a system that was purposely created to divide us because the system needs us like this to survive. The system,
and for things to go haywire, and that's going to be it.
It's property for
And the people that understand it, and all of that
news. And I'm going to hold both your hands low between a napkin when I say this. The female, when I say,
and about Satan. Same thing with this. You better get right with God.
This epidemic, sweetheart, I hate to be the bearer of news, and I'm going to hold both your hands low between a napkin when I say this. The female loneliness epidemic has been going on for thousands of years. See, here's the thing, because we were looked at as a commodity, as property for so long, there was no loving husband to be there for us. We were always lonely. I'm not saying every marriage in history has been that. I'm not saying that every marriage right now is that. I'm married, I'm very happily married, and I'm not lonely right now, but I have been in the past. And it took a lot of work from my husband not to make me feel like a single mother.
Look at that.
Yeah. So the female loneliness epidemic has been happening despite having men around, despite being married. And many women are finding out that it's better to be alone than lonely.
And guys, she's married. She has a husband. Poor bastard.
GM or Pet, do you honestly not know that women have been living?
Whoa! Sorry for the jump scare, guys. Look at that right there.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
What is that thing right there? Oh no!
For centuries. For a huge chunk of human history, we didn't have any say over if, when, or who we married. And for those who lived in traditional households where mom handled all of the housework and the kids, and dad went to work and came home and did nothing, yeah, loneliness was a thing. Just because you have a warm body in the bed next to you.
There you go.
And someone sitting in a chair in the living room ignoring you doesn't mean you're not lonely.
Lauren, there for the majority of women, there is something wrong with being single. That's just how it works. Only 40% of men have managed to procreate, but 80 to 90% of women have. Guys, this is why the majority of women right now are not single, but the majority of men are, because women are all dating the same guys, or they think that they're in relationships with all the same guys. Women, especially older women, are on dating apps more than men. If women were okay alone, you wouldn't see all these chicks who are single moms and supposedly have it all together on dating apps trying to meet men. Because most people don't want to be alone. I mean, let's be honest. But I would say that the majority of women, I would say 97% of women want to be in a relationship. Guys, they value relationships more than children, or else they would just have kids and get off the dating apps, right? They value relationships more than their degrees and their jobs, or else they would get their PhD or their law degree and get that big promotion and be off the dating apps, right? Every woman has a man-sized hole in her heart. That's just how it works, guys. That's how it works. Yes, thank you, Dean, and even lesbians. Because don't look at what they say, guys. Look at what they do. Why are they on these dating apps? Why are they letting friggin' nug shoot up the club? Why? Because they have a yearning to not be single. They don't want to come home to an empty house. They don't want to see all their friends getting married and having kids and all this other stuff and be that one odd one out. They just don't. And they can cap and they can cope and they can lie. Also, but women don't want to be alone. Guys, nobody wants to be alone. But with men, we do the cost-benefit analysis and say, you know what? I have to be alone. for my own sanity. I know multiple guys who would love to be married and have kids, but they did that cost benefit analysis and say, you know what? I think it's better for me to be alone. That's what men do. So,
well, where did they stay? Easy. They had no other choice.
Doesn't that mean a whole lot of men?
All right, guys, here, let's go to check this out, guys. One second, guys. Look at this. Because let's look at all these social media influencers who self-deleted. Here's one. Dazaria Shafir, self-deleted. Aaliyah McMillan, self-deleted. This Annabelle Ham, self-deleted. This chick, I don't even know who this is. Michaela Raines, self-deleted. Look at that, guys. This person self-deleted. I'm telling you guys, this is what people don't understand. These chicks act like they have it all together, that everyone loves them, and they have millions of followers and blah, 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 blah. Look at this, guys. Hit the like button, guys. I appreciate that, guys. Hit the super chat button. Hopefully, it doesn't mention self-deletion too much and get the stream demonetized, but we should be good. Sorry, guys. What happened? Let's see.
Right now, he is not one of the people you usually see, one of our behind-the-scenes journalists who helps reach out to people, who helps get our stories ready, who finds some of the stories that we end up bringing to your attention on the website, on YouTube, or on the newscast. But right now, we want to get him in here because he has been digging into a couple stories that we've been covering that have getting a lot of traction and things that we think you'll be interested in as well. So, Austin, welcome to followers and things that you think would be a who seemingly, you know, like a lot of people online, 21 next. I want to start with this influencer that was charged after the suicide attempt. And there's an influencer who seemingly, you know, like a lot of people online, had everything going in the right direction, at least in terms of followers and things that you think would be a measure of success, but you don't really know what's going on in someone's life.
Yeah, Joel D. I mean, you know, this influencer, Drew Mahalik Headley, or otherwise known as Drew Disaster on social media, you know, she started YouTube about 15 years ago. She's 29 years old now, so I mean, she was very young when she got started, and she quickly blew up, got very popular, and then in the course of that time, she kind of was kind of like came on social media, would leave for a little bit, and then come back to her followers, and you know, over that time, she had posted a lot of videos about why she had left. A lot of the reasons she cited were, you know, mental health reasons.
Well, before you go any further, let me get into what is the type of content you would normally see on this page.
Sure.
Crap, foolishness, idiocy, right?
I mean, you know, she posted a lot of lifestyle content. So she did things along the lines of, you know, outfit of the days. She would do unboxings and things like that.
Just vapid, useless foolishness. Lauren, thanks for the $5, my friend. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I want my medication, and I want my croutons, please.
No influencer stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. But you said sometimes it got personal as well.
Oh yeah. It was. She was very personal. She definitely gave people a very big window into her life. That was a big part of what people were drawn to.
Okay, and so she's a local person. And then what happened recently with her?
Yeah, so she's from Middletown. There ended up being a fire that we covered last week, actually. I was the one that made the call about it. It was very early in the morning. It was a mobile home fire. Cruz ended up having to rescue somebody, and then this week there was charges filed in relation to that fire.
Here we go.
And, I have her affidavit here actually, and it's 2 pages, but there's actually a lot of details involved with this. She posted on social media. A lot of her followers ended up seeing it. It was a suicide note, and had a lot of details about kind of what she'd been experiencing over the course of the past few months, talking about how she didn't think she was enough for people and things like that. But specifically what tipped a lot of people off and what ended up being calls to police was, she said the specific lines, I have it here. "I'm sorry, the pain has just become too heavy to bear. This is all I wanted. I'm glad that I got it. With love, Drew." And it was that message that ended up prompting 911 calls to police. And luckily, fire crews were able to get her out of there in time. And we're still trying to.
Do we know who called police? Were they potentially her followers, subscribers?
Yeah, so it actually says here there were some people that ended up seeing it on social media. There have been people that posted on social media, actually got calls back from 911 saying that everything was fine and they were able to reach her in time. So yeah, there were a lot of fans that called 911 about this.
Maybe a cry for help. We don't know the situation here. Let's remind people of the suicide prevention hotline. It is just 988. It's just 3 numbers on your cell phone. It's something is back.
This case specifically, as you know, a lot of people online are just kind of interested in the charges because obviously this
cooked, guys. I told you. Oh, I'm gonna do all this. I'm gonna have an online presence and that and da. But this social media makes these women miserable, guys. They lose their damn minds. Look at that, guys. And you guys remember the very first case? Look at this. Here's another one. Nisi Weidhofer, self-deletion. Look at that, guys. Insane, man. Look at this.
A new bill in Kentucky would put age restrictions on minors trying to use social media as the industry faces more scrutiny for how it impacts kids and teens.
Our James Pilcher live in our studio to explain how local parents are reacting and why lawmakers behind it say it's needed. It's a story you'll see only on Local 12. James?
Yeah, so this new bill in Frankfurt would put the responsibility for checking ages on social media companies such as Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at a time when those companies are under increased legal scrutiny. One local parent who lost her son to suicide said it could make the difference between life and death.
It would have made a huge difference.
That's Amber Murphy of Union, whose 15-year-old son Cameron committed suicide on New Year's Day 2025 on a new bill that would require social media companies to monitor users' ages. She provided Local 12 these pictures of her late son, who she says became addicted to Instagram and TikTok.
And
bad parenting.
And if
yes, what? Why are these chicks' eyes so far apart? Keo, how you doing? Fuego, what's going on, guys? Good to see you guys. Hit the like button, please. Thank you. Appreciate that. But guys, let's do this quick, all right? Let's do this.
Can we just please talk about
this? Hold on. Check one thing here. One second before we get into this. Let's do this. Okay, here we go.
a lot of content about
You guys remember this? This dunderhead right here, guys, right? Here we go. Oops.
relationships and dating?
Sorry, guys, what happened? Go away. Actually, you know what? This is social media. Here, let's do this. Do this, guys. Watch.
Can we just please talk about how lonely it can actually be in this space? Like, you can scroll on here and see everyone talking about how good it is to build such a nice community in their space and have the support.
I'm sorry, guys. I realized you guys couldn't understand what this idiot was saying. Hey guys, leave it to a British chick to ruin a British accent. Actually, it's quite lonely over here. I don't know anybody. Feel all alone. All I've got is my cats and my boxed wine. And I eat lots of crumpets. And I don't know why she's putting makeup on, guys. It would take an act of God to make this chick look anything near attractive. Actually, nobody cares about me if I live or die. It's not right, governor. Please. Fingers look like sausage links. Come on, man.
Everything around them. But can we just discuss how lonely it is until you can get to that position and until you're in that place? Because some days it feels like you look around and you scroll and everyone is just like absolutely smashing it and taking off. And you're just kind of sat here, stuck. Now, don't get me wrong. I know those people that are taking off and soaring have been grinding and working. And
that's not what. But here's the thing, guys. Here. Let's guys here. I'm gonna be honest with you, guys. The reason why dunderheads like this don't take off is because they're trying to do it for subs specifically. Guys, you create a community by actually being authentic and just being yourself. Guys, I don't need 200,000 subs. I don't need 50,000. I'm fine with you guys right now. When I first started this channel, guys, and I was streaming to 2 or 3 people, that was enough. That was a lot of fun. You know what I'm saying? Then right here, what we're doing now, we have a community, guys. We get together, we laugh, we have fun. You guys call in, you guys leave comments. Guys, that's why people come over here. I don't do a lot of collabs, red pills, a very niche space, because I do pretty well because I'm authentic, and guys, we have a real community here. That's what it's all about, and that draws people over time. That's how it works, guys. I don't have to be some shock jock. I don't have to be this one thing where you just guys. I was on Facebook. This dunderhead, he walks around threatening people with a baseball bat. This black dude. That's his whole content. Who watches that? First of all, someone's gonna shoot his ass. You know what I'm saying? But guys, people can tell how inauthentic you are. You have to stand out, guys. You have to, you know? And you do that the most by being yourself, by welcoming people and building a community of people that do the same thing. All of you guys in this chat right now. I don't see all you guys talking mess, acting stupid, causing problems. Everyone here is here to have fun, right? And just kind of you let off some steam, you know? So, but these chicks here, they're so fake, and they're probably even more fake in real life, which is why they don't have any friends in the first place.
And have been through this phase themselves and have kept going and kept pushing, and that's why they're doing as well as they're doing. So, like, 100% hats off to them, because when you're in this stage, God, it feels shit. Like, you can film and post something that you think is going to be absolutely great, and you watch the video and love it and laugh and whatever else, and then it absolutely flops and does nothing with it. No, I've done my makeup. And then days like today, you can sit and film and just nothing goes right with your filming. I was trying to film a UGC because that's something I really wanted to get back into. And I have like a blush and highlighter pair duo. Well, they're from the same brand, so I class them as a duo. And honestly, they were just awful.
All this time and effort she spends on her makeup, guys, and she won't get on a treadmill. Isn't that nuts, guys? Look at this. Her name is Emma. Ugh. Oh, look. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. Guys, she's 33 years old. She's 33. I thought she was in her 40s. Guys, British chicks age like goat milk. Look at this. She's in her 30s. And guys, how unique. A beauty, skincare, makeup, health, wellness, fitness brand. Please, guys, her fitness.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Come on. Come on. The only fitness
just please
knows is fitness food in her mouth. Oh! Hey-oh! Hold on. Look at this, guys. Uh-oh. Damn it. It didn't save the same thing. Here we go, guys.
The reason why we feel more alone than we ever have in a time where we are the most like socially connected that we've ever been is because social media is not the same as social connection. That is why we feel so alone, because it's like masked in this way of being like, well, you like keep up to date with people and like you see their perfectly curated Instagram posts, or like, oh, you saw someone like promoting their business on TikTok. Like none of it's real. None of it is designed to like further connections. Like, yes, there are communities. Yes, there are like different things inside there, but the platforms themselves are like not designed for us to like better understand one another or ourselves. That is the reason why we feel alone. It's because we are seeing each other all the time. And
so there's a very
That's it. Hold on.
social media is so damn fake, and I think a lot of the time we always look at other people and think, wow, what an amazing life that they have, what amazing friends they have, what amazing partner they have, what they must be so fulfilled and so never bored and all this kind of shit. And I don't know what people think when they look at my account. It probably looks like I do a lot of stuff a lot of the time, but I will be very honest with you. I am lonely a lot of the time, and it's not even necessarily that I don't have people around me. I think I need to deep dive this with my therapist, or at least ChatGPT, and figure out why the fuck I feel like.
Yeah. That's a good strategy. Let's talk to ChatGPT. You absolute dunce. What are you talking about, you moron?
Some people are really fucking stupid.
This all the time. I don't know if it's like a little bit of PTSD from back when I was in Vancouver the last year completely alone, and I'm just scared of going back to that again. I don't know. I've noticed myself, I get like anxiety on like a Wednesday, Thursday if I don't have plans for a weekend. And that used to not be me. I used to be the most introverted person ever. I never wanted to go out. People would ask me to go out all the time and I'd make excuses because I had such bad anxiety going out. Ask anybody I worked in radio with at the beginning of my career when I was 20, never wanted to go out, ever. My anxiety was through the fucking roof. If it was now, I'd be like, let's go. I'm a completely different person. I don't know if it looks like that on my social media that I am like that, but I am like that. I'm lonely a lot. It makes me sad when I am that way. And it makes me feel like kind of, what am I doing wrong? I probably am a little bit scared to reach out to people.
See, I was waiting for that, guys. I was waiting for that right there, guys. Right there. Put a 1 if you guys agree that these women now are the most reactive and non-proactive group under heads are. Guys, if you want to change your life, if you want to meet people, you have to be proactive. Women, especially, but modern women, they want to sit there and wait for things to happen to them. Guys, you can't sit there and wait for life. You have to go out. You have to happen to things. You can't sit there and wait for things to happen to you. You're never going to get anywhere. Here, I'm going to learn jiu-jitsu, so I'm just going to sit here and just wait. No, you got to go to the jiu-jitsu gym, guys. I'm going to learn guitar. I'm just going to wait for a guitar to just fall on my head. No, you got to actually go to your local guitar shop, buy the guitar, find someone to teach you, or whatever, you know? Like, how is this hard? How is this difficult? There was one video, guys, that I will never forget. And let me know if you guys remember this. You guys remember that dunderheaded broad said you have to be thirsty to want friends, right? In order to make friends, you got to be kind of thirsty. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. What a joke.
I'm always afraid that they've got better things to do and they don't want to hang out with me anyway. I don't know. I just feel like that. Anyway, I just thought it'd be real because I think sometimes it looks one way what I'm posting, but it's not actually that way.
You're an idiot. That's what you are.
See, the thing is, if I delete all of my social media apps in an attempt to use my phone less, I will then be forced to deal with my loneliness. And I honestly
look at that. If I delete all my social media, I'll be forced to deal with my loneliness. There you go, guys. This is the reason why I did this live stream right here. They're lonely in real life, and they're even lonelier online, guys. That's what it is. And somehow they say that there's a male loneliness epidemic. Someone says, Lauren says, she looks like the golden arches, her eyebrows.
don't know how I will cope with that. The silence is literally deafening. And when you don't have very many friends and you don't have a community around you and you live alone, it's really hard to find a way to connect.
Cooked
With people. And the only way to do that is literally through our devices.
Not for us guys, right, guys? We have hobbies. We're in the cars or Warhammer 40K or video games or football, things where we can interact with people.
And through social media. It kind of makes me sad because I wish I could turn back time and go back to the 90s when times were simpler, but they're not so simple anymore. And as an adult, it's becoming increasingly more difficult to try and make friends and build a community around me. I am pretty much alone all of the time. And for the most part, I am okay with that, but it's getting to a point where I'm starting to feel the heaviness of it, if that makes sense. There's a helplessness to it in that you want to connect with people, but you just can't because you have no one to connect with.
Look at that, guys. Oh, guys, look at these SSRIs.
But you just can't because you have no one to connect with.
Look at that. Look at those SSRIs, guys. Look at that. Look at that, guys.
So what do I do? Because I have been trying to put myself out there and I've been struggling to find the right people. I'm starting to come to terms with the fact that I'm going to be alone forever, but that also has like an existential dread to it because is my life really going to be like this forever?
Yes. Yes, it is. You are cooked. And the sooner she accepts it, the better.
Going to be alone all the time and I just have to be okay with it. And is my phone going to be the only thing that keeps me connected to the world? I don't know. I don't want that for myself, but I also don't know what else to do because I feel like I've been trying and my attempts have been failing. I just hope that the universe aligns in my favor.
The universe, see? I hope that I can sit here on my ass and wait for things to change. That's what that means, guys. That's what it means. I'm going to sit here on my butt and hope that things change. The universe. Come on.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Eventually brings the right people into my life that make it more meaningful and fulfilling. I just don't know how that's gonna happen, to be completely honest. So yeah, here's me being real and vulnerable today, feeling slightly helpless, hopeless, and a little bit lonely. And also frustrated by the fact that this loneliness is gonna be imminent with me forever and always has been since I've been a kid. I just want it to fucking go away.
Jesus, there they are. This chick, man, she needs to get off the Zoloft.
So yeah, if anyone is feeling the same way, you are not alone.
Look at that. Look at this. Same as me. And the funny thing is, I'm married. Please. That's valid. I love my hubby, and nothing replaces the sisterhood. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Because I've never had a problem making friends. Ever. Because I put out the effort, guys. What a joke. What a joke.
And let me just tell you this before you go up on social media. This is one of
What is this thing right here? What? Shay the Vey? What? What is going on? So this what?
the most loneliest things you will ever do, because the experience of being followed is actually one that is not widely shared or experienced. Many people don't understand what it's like to have 4 million people, 5 million people a month tuning into you, watching you, seeing your face, and how that impacts your life, especially when you do it through social media, because you will grow immensely popular very quickly while not having the money, the protection that would typically come with somebody at your level of exposure. And this type of exposure is really crazy when you think about it. Certain major media news companies don't even get the exposure of your average creator on these apps. And when that happens to you, your life sort of becomes one that can only be fully understood by you. The people in your life.
I can't, guys. I can't. I can't look at that.
There is a graph to show a hockey stick-like increase of anxiety within teenagers that really interestingly.
All right, guys, that's copyright music, right?
I think it's really crazy that no one on here talks about how lonely we are despite having cell phones and social media and all this technology, because the whole point of technology is to connect easier to other people. But I think it's making us lonelier. It's making us more self-sufficient. It's making us like just not want to be around people because we have this thing in our hand.
No, we just don't want to be around you, you dunce.
Has all the answers that can get us delivery, food, and groceries, and things like that. Because I don't even know if I have ever asked my neighbor for like a cup of sugar or a cup of flour. Like, I don't think I've ever done that. I've moved into a new apartment and I don't even know my neighbors. Like, I don't speak to them. If I need to get like less than 5 things from the grocery store, I'm getting it delivered to my door because I don't want to have to walk out of the apartment. I'm lazy and I don't really want to deal with people. So I think it's a huge problem, and I don't know how to close the gap between technology and loneliness, because it's weird. Like, I like keeping up with people online, but I don't really like talking to people, which is so weird. I think a deeper part of me is like a little scared that I'm either going to get hurt again, or like I'm never going to find my people. And I'm just so comfortable just sitting in my room and absorbing everyone else in their life.
But guys, there's a male loneliness epidemic, because us guys don't sit here thinking about all this foolishness. Look at this. What a joke. Trooper says Western women are insane. Fact. What a joke.
Well, like I'm kind of like wasting my life away. But I think the best way to kind of like counteract that is like kind of what I've been doing is like Bumble BFF, obviously, and interacting with people through Instagram. And then
you're using more apps, you dummy.
And most of you know I'm like very like clingy, so I'll text people and double text people and triple text people all the time. And so far that's worked. But what I really want to do is help people on here also.
Yeah, let's use data. Let's use apps.
I literally hate coming on social media crying. But man,
yeah, right.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Nothing actually prepares you for how lonely being an adult can be. I know I've posted a lot lately of how I've been struggling a lot because I just don't have really close friends. But like, my husband's out of town this weekend, so it's just been me. I haven't been alone for more than a work day for a really long time. And I'm not one of those people that can just thrive being alone. And it's a Saturday and I've already tried doing everything. I've ran all my errands I need to run. I've tried shopping to make me happy. But I don't know what to do.
So I'm literally just parked outside my work on a day that I don't work because I don't want to go home because I struggle so.
She went to her work, even though she doesn't work. She's just sitting there in the parking lot.
That's my person. I fucked it up. It's because I'm psycho.
So much with my mental health when I'm alone. I just really need a friend. I've been struggling so much with something so specific for about a month now, and I haven't been able to talk to anybody about it. I just need a friend. I need a friend to talk to so bad. I need a friend to hang out with so bad. And I'm sorry if this seems dramatic, y'all, but this is real. I just never understand. I never understand why everybody else has friends but me. Like, I try so hard to be a good friend. I always try to be the person that's there no matter what. And I just need that in a friend too. If you have really good friends, you really don't know how lucky you are. Please do it.
Guys, I know. You guys are all tired from playing the violin, right? What a joke. Oh, and of course, gee, I'm all about the Lord. I'm all about Jesus. Please. Look at that, guys. Look at that right there. What a joke. 51 posts about mental health. 51.
Get ready with me for church, except I want to talk to. Get ready with me for church as I talk about what it's like struggling with mental health as a Christian. In full vulnerability, this has been one of the hardest weeks I've had in a really long time. And I've had thoughts that I haven't had in a really long time. I haven't.
God,
Take care of
up, dude. All she does is post on this foolishness. Oh, my mental health. My mental health, but I follow Jesus. What a joke. Faith, fashion, beauty, please.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
I literally hate coming on social media crying.
What a joke, guys. What a joke. Guys, why? Yes, this is not our fight. This is not our struggle.
I think you'd be more or less lonely without social media and digital communication. I've been pondering this a lot lately.
I've been pondering that a lot, Governor. About if I'd be lonely without Instagram or the TikTok. This is one English-looking broad right here, dude. Look at that. Actually, I like to Snapchat people. It helps me build the connections with lots of people.
About social media and text messaging and digital communication like that. Because I obviously am single. A lot of my friends have...
You don't say.
partners and children, they're all really busy. So it means that it can make for some lonely times when your friends are busy because they have a different lifestyle to you. And I think I probably would have said before that, oh, social media, digital communication is great. It makes you feel more connected. But I'm wondering if that's actually true now. So I'm wondering whether my loneliness is actually loneliness or it's social comparison. So I wonder if I didn't have access to a very detached insight into some people's lives, like what they're doing, they're going on holiday, these are all their friends and their families, and I didn't have unlimited access to that constantly, whether I would feel as alone or lonely. What do you think? Do you think that social comparison is actually the crux of often why people feel lonely and alone? We compare, don't we? We compare what we don't have to what we're seeing constantly. But I've also been thinking about text messaging and digital messaging and whether that contributes to it too, because if I didn't have the opportunity to text people, I would have to pick up the phone, right? And I would have a more real conversation, a more connected conversation. And humans are really social creatures. We need human connection. We need to really be in groups, to be living in a group. And our society means that it's structured in such a way that we are very, very independent. We're very isolated from each other. Text messaging is not a good substitute for real connection, I'm realizing, but it's a way of getting instant and immediate communication. You don't have to plan, you don't have to arrange a call, you don't have to join a club, you don't have to create community. So whilst it might be a good sticking plaster in the moment for, especially if you've got ADHD, dopamine from text messaging, is it actually connecting us? Is it giving us what we need? I've started trying as a result of kind of realizing this about texting versus real voices. I try and voice note a lot, and I am that person, 5-10 minute voice notes that my friends have to take notes to.
Oh
But also, I've been
no.
trying to text less. I've been trying to...
Guys, here's the thing. I hate texting and I really hate voice notes. Guys, call me. Anyone in my circle, I would tell them, call me so we can have a nice 45-second conversation instead of texting for 5 minutes. I hate it, guys. I really hate it. Really, it drives me absolutely up the wall.
To notice when I need connection, notice the feelings in me, and notice how texting feels, right? It's very windy out here, apologies for the hair. And these are things that are helping me, I think, is limiting my exposure to social media to only when I feel good, only when I'm enjoying my life. What do you think? Have you tried this? Do you have any reflections on whether actual loneliness is social comparison? And also the fact that if we're all texting each other and posting on social media, people don't need as much in real life connection. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think would be more...
Guys, here you go. Let's look at the... Hold on. Here we go. Watch this.
So I make a lot of content about relationships and dating and men and all that kind of stuff. And I didn't realize there's actually a large amount of femcells. There's a very quiet, large amount of femcells. I feel like there's a lot of pressure.
Told you guys. People thought that I was BSing. Guys, there are femcells out there. They drink that feminist Kool-Aid so much. And they're so terrified of men or being perceived as betraying the sisterhood that they're just stuck. They're stuck, guys. Not our problem.
Pressure as a woman to kind of put on a performance of I don't care what men think, I want to decenter men, I don't care about them at all. But there's a lot of femcells, well, not even femcells, normal women who want love and connection and romance, who like do want to be noticed by men and aren't. They're struggling for whatever reason. Everybody keeps saying it's so easy to get a boyfriend, but there are a lot of women who are like, no, it's not easy for me. I never get asked out. And this group of women is very, very quiet. And I think that's because of fear of being insulted or peer pressured by other women and be like, you shouldn't care about that. You shouldn't care about that at all. And I do think it's great that there is so much decentering men content out there. I think it's very important. There is so much more to life than men. I also think I feel a lot of compassion because I used to be this way of like, I really like men and they do not like me back and I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. I don't understand why my friends are desirable and I'm not. That's a real human experience to have, and it doesn't make you a bad feminist person. Just to say, femcells, if you have questions for me, I am here to answer them because I used to be one and I can help you. And it's okay that you desire love and connection and romance. It's just not the end all be all of life.
Cooked. Look at that. I'm 29. I've never had a boyfriend. It's hard for me to find a guy that I like. I hate spending so much time alone, but I keep reassuring myself that one day I'll find someone. Cooked.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Look at that. Someone says, I mean, it's not easy for me. I never get asked out. Maybe they should try approaching fast. Look at that, guys. Someone says there aren't femcells because they can easily have sex and relationships if they're willing to date a guy who wasn't a Chad. Guy says, I'm sorry, but this shows that you don't actually listen to or know about women who are experiencing this, or women in general. The Chad thing is something men like to tell each other online. Most men, relationships in real life aren't Chad. Yeah, guys, guys, men get so demonized in women's circles that they honestly think that they're betraying the sisterhood by wanting a boyfriend, or they're so afraid of men. Look at that. I have a great career. I have an amazing family and incredible friends, but I still want romantic love and partnership. Please. I've commented a while ago that we've overcorrected with decentering men, and that we're now sharing women for wanting, and that we're now shaming women for wanting a romantic companionship. Cooked. Person says it's 100% frustrating because I keep being invalidated for talking about the fact that I've never been in a relationship. Women are accusing me of being male-centered. Look at that, guys. Cooked.
Fem cells, there's a very quiet.
The frustration.
I'm sorry, guys. I keep doing these jump scares, man. Yikes, dude. Yikes.
Of being single while everyone around you, your friends, prioritize partners and families, which is what this person is talking about, I think is really, really important. And it's a function of, right? It's not about the individuals. It's a function of this relationship.
And she says, I actually think it's women having the loneliness epidemic, but we're so isolated from each other that no one knows. If society knew, it wouldn't care. Now, guys, here, let's pump the brakes here, right? Okay. Just like that guy had said earlier, guys, they cannot admit that there's a loneliness epidemic for women, because that means that the whole feminist experiment has failed. It means, guys, that women got what they wanted, this independence, all this other stuff, right? And they got it. And guys, they realized that it was all BS. It was all BS. And now they're all single. They're all sad, pissed off, crying on the internet, right? You know? What a joke.
Supremacy.
Guys, follow me on TikTok at AJ Rants, please. Guys, go to my sponsored video, the women getting laid off video. Guys, and give that a couple views. That dropped earlier today, guys. So please go over there. Drop that a like. Comment, you know what I'm saying? I'd appreciate that. Let me see. One second. Here it is. Here it is, guys, right here. Let's see.
That we have that says that, marriage is superior, and then says that the nuclear family is the focus, and then that the extended family is the focus and the priority of your life if you're being a proper woman. And then that system straps on tons of obligations, many of which, when you look at them, are actually quite silly and not necessary. You strap on tons of obligations to that nuclear family, good life, and the extended family, such that the married woman is like so exhausted and tired, and that she's unavailable to her friends. I think that is very, very real. And I know what I don't have a solution for this, I just want to say, but I think about this all the time. It has caused me, it's affected me personally. It caused me quite a bit of personal pain. And I hear women in my practice, I see single women, I see married women, I see women all across the lifespan, and I hear such pain coming from all of these groups. The single women feel, from what I can gather, and I think I felt this when I was single, from it's like they have to sit through baby showers and hearing about babies, and like if they're in groups, it's like the conversation tends to kind of gravitate to like this sort of married domain and, to their lives. And I think they feel neglected, and like their life isn't as serious, or their problems aren't as serious. And I think that a lot of that is real. Or, I mean, not that it's real, that it's not so serious, but I think that they're feeling that because the world, and at times I think married women are so exhausted and trapped in their own world that feeling makes sense. And then I hear pain from the married women who are profoundly lonely and tired, and they don't know why they feel so terrible because they've achieved what they were told they were supposed to achieve and what would unlock eternal happiness for them, and it's somehow not. And now their friends, many of whom are still single, well, they're lonely basically because their married friends have no time for them either. So the people that would be like able to, kind of understand their life and share it, nobody has time for anybody else. So all the married women are lonely. And then the single women, they feel, I think married women carry, and I know this happened when I was single, and I would be like saying to my friends, like, I'll come hang out with you. I'll come like hang out with the baby. I don't care, whatever. And they'd be like, oh, you don't want to do that. Your life is so exciting and so interesting. You don't want to hang out with me and, my boring married life, whatever.
Yeah, guys. Oh yeah, because her life is so exciting. Yeah, right.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Can you imagine spending a day with this dunderhead, guys? Can you imagine? Guys, she's been talking for, I can't even tell, I think 3 minutes, guys, and it seems like an hour.
So the married woman ends up feeling super isolated and not socially linked anymore to any single friends. And I want to talk about this without like allocating blame for a minute, because I've seen the posts and I've heard from friends on, the sort of complaints and the like, why the single women don't want to hang out with the married women. And I don't really want to get into that. What I want to talk about is this pain that is under all of this, and the fact that anytime that women are being separated, that women are being pitted against each other, like patriarchy is winning.
Look at that.
So
see?
the only
See, of course, they always blame us, guys. Always. They always blame us, guys. They're a bunch of miserable, dunderheaded broads, and of course, the patriarchy, right? What a joke.
I've thought about this for years because I've witnessed it in groups of women. I've witnessed it in the women that I work with individually. I've witnessed it in my own life. And I think that one of the only ways through, I think, is extraordinarily direct communication between women, which is not something that we are socialized to do, taught. It is not something that we have skills in typically. But I really think what I say to women dealing with this is, have you talked to this person? Like, if you're carrying this projection about, oh, I can't get access to my friend who's married because she's so busy and all she cares about is her partner. Like, is that actually true? It might be. I'm not saying it's not. But if you're not sure that it's true, like, can you figure it out? Can you approach her and be like, look, I have this assumption. And I'm wondering, like, if you actually are interested in friendship, are you available for friendship? Do you have time for it? Like, in some ways, I think the way that we look at dating, it's like, you don't want to date somebody who's not available for it. So
do you see how much thought this dunderhead puts into this, guys? Guys, how many times have you just been like at a bar and there was a guy who had like your team shirt or jersey on? Hey, what's up, dude? Go Braves or whatever. Next thing you know, you guys are sat down next to each other, drinking beers, and you made a friend for life. You know what I mean? Us guys, we don't think this far ahead when it comes to friends.
Tend to think of it in terms of like, do you have capacity? Do you want to be friends? Because if so, I would love to see you. I would love to have coffee. I'm curious about who you are. And I don't want to just be carrying this projection that you're not available because you now have kids. And for the married women, I think that we probably need to be more direct about like genuinely what we are available for and how we can be more available. Like if we do want friendships or we want friendships with a friend who's single, like we have to understand, like I may have to prioritize that. I may need to talk to myself about how it is okay for me to like leave the kids, and not because I'm going to work and not because I'm doing XYZ, but that like I'm allowed to take 2 hours to go give a friend like actual attention. or to even problem solve with our single friends and say, like, I really, really want to see you. You're really important to me. Right now, I have a 3-year-old and an infant, and my life is an absolute shit show. I know that it's not fun to come to my house with like screaming children. And I'm trying to figure out like how we can make a relationship work and still have a connection that's not going to be terrible for you. And to really
blah 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 blah. Guys, I'm sorry, I can't, guys. I really can't. I can't. All that talking. Guys, here you go.
Woman on here said that women in coming years are going to be faced with excruciating loneliness. Loneliness because they're not putting men first. They're not building families. They're choosing themselves over legacy. I understand the message here. The way it was delivered was so self-righteous, as if this woman were doing everything right for the future of humanity, and the rest of us, well, we were just screwing it up. What she fails to understand is that a lot of women did exactly that. They gave everything to a man and everything to building a family. They wanted that outcome, but they were not met with an equal partner.
There you go, guys. See?
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
And do you guys see? She just negated her whole argument. An equal partner. Marriage is not an equal partnership. Marriage is not a partnership. Guys, husbands are husbands and wives are wives. They're at this all wrong. And this is why, guys, monk mode, passports, period. Monk mode, passport, period. If you're going to stay in the U.S., guys, monk mode or get your passports and deal with women outside the West who would never, ever think about partnership.
Not met with respect and the same intention to build together. They were abandoned and lied to and cheated on and routinely disappointed. You cannot threaten those women that their later years are going to be lonely years. They already lived through the loneliest, darkest years of their life.
That's what they think. That's what they think. And guys, do you see this false dichotomy of saying that a woman's either in a relationship or miserable, in a relationship and miserable, or she's by herself? They always create this scarcity argument where they actually don't think that there's women out there who are 10 times happier married. The ones who during the cough could quit their jobs and their husbands went out there and worked. You know what I'm saying? What a joke.
Singles in attendance. Singles in attendance. Like, are we all living the same life at this point? Because I've never been in a room with that many single people, even thought that it was even, I thought I was like the only one left. I mean, beautiful women, all types, shapes and sizes, literally African-American women. Like a room full of singles. And I'm like, this has to be an experiment. Like, this has to be like assimilation. Is that the word I want to use? I think so.
Unmasked.
Like, I'm confused and I'm like low-key, like nervous.
Welcome to the women's loneliness epidemic. That's what you're experiencing right now. We are witnessing the women's loneliness epidemic.
Here we go.
Anyone else struggle with being chronically alone? I think I've spent my entire life feeling lonely. I'm an immigrant, oldest daughter.
What does that have to do with anything, you dunce?
I live in Alabama, from Asia, so nobody here really ever got me. I kind of got pulled away from anyone that ever could get me. But at the same time, I'm also like divergent. If anybody saw that movie, like I feel like I think pretty differently from other people. I'm pretty extroverted, so I've met a lot of people and I think pretty differently from them. I don't know. I mean, I love the way I think. I love who I am.
Apparently not. You're sitting here in the rain in your car crying on TikTok. God, guys, why are they so stupid? Why are they so dumb, guys? Why? At least they document this guy so we can laugh at it, right? You know?
But I'm chronically lonely. And it leaves this space that, if you're not careful, can be fitted by people who are very predatory, who slip into your life to just not let you feel so lonely. But I don't want to just not feel lonely. I want to feel understood. I feel like I'm gotten and safe, and like I can say anything and be anything, and I'm understood.
Dumbass.
That's kind of a vulnerable thing. But I don't think I'm alone. I always feel like I find myself alone at the end of a day a lot. And what my mind always goes to is this like feeling, this energy that there's so many people out there who feel exactly as I do. And I've always felt the inkling.
None of us, right, guys? All of us are happier than a bug in a rug. Guys, out there right now, there's dozens and dozens of these women that are just miserable, guys. Miserable.
To find them, like build some kind of community where we can find each other or find a community, because I just inherently don't believe that we're all that alone. Anyone else struggle with being?
Look at that, guys. Look at that. I'm so lonely. I'm alone. Guys, what a joke. Look at it. Here we go.
I really don't think that enough people talk about how lonely ADHD can feel.
So, guys, she has ADHD and a Scouse accent. Oh, no. Talk about the 1-2 punch, dude. Oh, no. Eek. Nobody talks about it, lad. Nobody talks about how lonely it can be, lad. And I've got the ADHD, lad. I gotta go to the pharmacy, lad. And refill me Adderall, lad. This has to be one of the worst accents a woman can have. And guys, we will do a live stream on this mental illness that these women have, claim to have, right? Come on.
In my life, I have looked around at people in these close friendship groups and wondered why I am always on the outside. I would compare myself to everyone and everything constantly, thinking to myself, well,
does she have a mustache? Troopridge with the 499 says, I mean, the whole damn orchestra for all the violins that I need to play for all these women's loneliness. Facts. There you go. Hold on. Where is my thing here? Hold on.
time, why can't I be like them? Why am I the way I am? Why do I think the way I think? I very, very regularly forget to reply to messages from people, and then I will make a plan when I'm feeling impulsive and sociable, and then cancel plans because I feel completely overwhelmed.
So guys, do you see how they use mental illness as an excuse to just excuse being an asshole? So you don't call people back, you don't text people back, you cancel plans at last minute. You aren't near a divergent. You're just an ass. Guys, put a 1 if you agree. That's a real jerk of a thing to do. And now they want to say, I've got the ADHD lot. I'm neurodivergent lot. Oh no.
I very, very often overshare when I'm in social situations because I'm completely impulsive and uncomfortable. And then I'll spend days overthinking it and beating myself up and replaying the whole day in my head. I'll very regularly act on impulse and say yes to things that I don't really want to do. I'll spend money for a quick dopamine hit and then beat myself up for days afterwards. I have to sometimes convince myself and justify myself and have a full-blown conversation with myself just over buying myself a new outfit. I think one of the hardest parts is always feeling like you're too much. You know, being in social situations, I am very aware of my energy, and
What are you talking about? Do you guys see this? And this is why men and women can't be friends, guys. Imagine trying to talk to this person. Just in general, how taxing it would be, you know? Guys, ugh. And yeah, her head's kind of misshapen, you know?
purposefully dull myself down on a regular basis because I'm just terrified that people are going to think I'm too much. Getting diagnosed didn't fix anything.
But they sure did give you some medicine, didn't they? You know? Getting diagnosed with ADHD didn't help her out, but they sure did give her some medicine. You guys don't see that for the scam that it is? Come on, man, you know?
Did help me understand myself on a deeper level, but I think too many people strive for that diagnosis, thinking it's going to magically fix everything, and it doesn't. Sometimes it is easier just to be on your own, because everything else on the outside world feels too overwhelming. Going out with people feels overwhelming, and you second guess yourself. Being around new people is terrifying. So sometimes I feel like the only people I really want to be around is my boyfriend and my sister.
Ah, she's got a boyfriend? Look at that, guys. Ugh, I can't, guys.
I'm going to get really vulnerable and really honest with you guys and share something that's a little bit embarrassing, because I just have a feeling that so many other women in midlife, and men too, are feeling exactly like I'm feeling and going through what I'm going through right now. And maybe we can all commiserate together. I have never been more lonely in my entire life. I'm 51 years old. I do not work outside the home, so I don't get to go to an office every day and see people. My husband works and then does catering on the side, so he's gone a lot. I have one kid left at home for another 2 months before she goes off to college, and she works and is with friends 99% of the time. The other 1%, she's in a room. My other 2 kids don't live at home anymore, and I don't have any friends right now. That's embarrassing for me to admit. I had 2 really good friends, and over the last month, both of those friendships have just kind of disappeared. And I don't know why. One of the people lives out of town. The other one lives in town. They have both kind of ghosted me and my
Gee, I wonder why, right? You know? She's probably insufferable, right? She probably is one of those where she like talks bad about her husband behind his back to these chicks, and these chicks start to actually feel bad about the husband, you know? Look at that. She's that one troublemaker in the group that's always talking mess and starting shit.
Recently, not sure what's going on there. I'm really lonely. I live in the same town that I've lived in for 20 years. For the majority of that time, I had a very, very toxic and emotionally abusive friendship. And because of that, I did not have a lot of friends outside of that friend and her friend group. So when I was finally able to shut the door on that friendship and walk away from it, which is the best decision I ever made, it left me with no friends in a town that I've lived in for 20 years. You would think I would just have a ton of friends in this town, but I don't. And I feel like at this stage, everyone already has their group. And I know people are going to say like, oh, that's not true, blah, blah. It is true. I live in a small town. Like, I'm not going to be able to break into any of these friend groups. I already know that. So I'm lonely. And I never thought, I never thought at 51 that I would feel this lonely.
Look at that.
And I'm really hoping that I don't have to spend the rest of my life as lonely as I feel right now. I've never been a person who's had a ton of friends, but I have never wanted friends more than I do now. But not just like the shallow friendships. I want true, like, emotional connection friends. I do have 2 of my best friends from high school that are still in my life, but they don't live here. And so it's not the same. I don't have any friends here locally that I can see on a regular basis and go do stuff with. And with my husband gone a lot, I end up just being alone. And I do know that being alone and being lonely are 2 different things. And sometimes I love being alone. But lately I have found that for me, being alone means being lonely.
But guys, where are all the guys that are on the internet crying about the same thing, right? I thought that there was a male loneliness epidemic, right?
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Absolutely insane, guys. Guys, let's hit the like button, please. You know, that would be ideal. And I think we have one more, guys.
Can we just please talk about?
Wait, no, we looked at this idiot. Hold on.
See, the thing.
We looked at her too. Hold on, guys. I got to do a video on these chicks that disrespect their husbands. Guys, check this out.
I'm so irritated and angry and upset right now. I don't think that there's something much more triggering in a relationship than when your spouse does not know how to be an adult. To be the only adult while you're raising kids and you're going through life is absolutely fucking exhausting. It will kill a marriage so fucking fast. It's unbelievable. Amongst every other thing that happens, this is one that pisses me off to my core. I run around exhausted, doing everything. I am so fucking exhausted and tired from doing everything, and then still told that I don't do enough. And then he does one little thing and can't ever do it fucking right. Our daughter just got her spacer palette expander on. And he took her to the appointment and left and gave me the instructions verbally of what was supposed to be done and what time frame and all of that. And it's only been a little over a week and it's been going really well. And mind you, I'm the only one now monitoring it because now it's just my job. And I find the paperwork today and how he described us to do it verbally versus what the paperwork says is 100% different. And I'm fucking livid. I don't understand how you can't do anything correct. And this is just one example. This happens constantly. Going to the grocery store, can never get the right things, can never remember an appointment, can never get the registration on the vehicles, can never do things. The only adult in the relationship is me, and it is fucking exhausting. I'm so irritated.
If this is true, why don't you divorce him? Look at that. Matter of fact, you are an absolute clown. If this man was as bad as you say, you wouldn't have had kids with him, married him, and stayed married to him. None of this story is true. It's true. You just want to play the victim. If there was any truth to this story. We need to hear his side. You should be ashamed of yourself for putting your marriage, your personal business on the internet. I hope that man divorces you. Post. Absolute dunce. I need you guys to never, ever, ever, ever put up with this from the woman. You guys hear me? I need you to hear me good, guys. Okay? Guys, please. Please, guys, you can't. You can't put up with this, guys. You know? Why? Why would any man put up with this? What kind of lack of self-respect do you have to have? Guys, it's 2026, gentlemen. We will not deal with this disrespect, gentlemen. All you married men, you will not let some broad that you just happen to marry disrespect you in public. Leave them, gentlemen. Leave them. So say we all. So say we all. All you guys that are in miserable marriages, guys. Oh, yeah. Call it. Yeah. I get replies. He goes, do you ever get replies? Oh, yeah. I get blocked. I get replies. They cuss me out. It happens all the time. You know? I just don't care. I just don't care. Look at that. What a joke. Yeah, guys, that should be, let's see. It should be everything on this topic, guys. Like guys, these women are lonely. And here's the thing, guys, a lot of times these women in their 30s have it the worst. Because guys, then they're like, oh, I'll just let Nug shoot of the club, and then I won't be lonely, because then we all know what happens, guys.
You didn't have second thoughts. Now you a single mom.
And then they make their life 10 times worse, guys. What a joke. All right, guys, here. Let's do this. Let's do this, guys. And guys, make sure to check out my sponsored video that I dropped earlier today, guys. You know, check out the sponsored link that's there, because guys, they have some really good products. You know, and guys, I actually might go live on my TCAP channel maybe tonight. I'll let you guys know in the Discord on the community tab. So yeah. But guys,
That's the sound of the police.
Here we go.
Just take care of business.
Let's go! Let's go!
March 26th, 2024, in Santa Rosa County, Florida.
Ohio, Santa Rosa County, Florida.
Officer Zoller was on patrol when he observed a driver, Jackiara, traveling 24 in Officer Zoller was on patrol when he observed a driver, Jackiara.
When he observed Jabba's flying palace flying down the street. Oh!
traveling 60 miles per hour in a 45 mile per hour zone. Though he initiated a traffic stop, Jekiara evaded him.
Pull your vehicle to the right. Pull your vehicle to the right. Pull your vehicle to the right. Stop your vehicle. Stop your vehicle, or I will pit you out. Stop the vehicle. That's 10-4. Do me a favor, set the radio off, step out. I need to talk to you for a second. I'm not stepping out of the car. Ma'am, listen. 174, can I get another unit? She's refusing to step out of the vehicle and talk to me. Normal, please. I will tell you in a second. I need you to step out, all right? Listen, ma'am, we're 1034, not right now. Listen, you're coming this close, all right? You're about to go to jail, all right? I'll explain everything to you if you step out. No, I'm telling you right now to step out of the vehicle, or you are going to go to jail if you do not step out of the vehicle. I will tell you that in a second. Okay, tell me now. I don't have to tell you that. I'm telling you to step out now. I'm giving you a lawful order, okay? You're going 60 miles an hour in a 45, all right? Step out of the vehicle, or I'm going to take you to jail.
Now, guys, she could just choose to comply and get out of the vehicle, guys. She can do option A, comply, or option B, do something stupid. Guys, what do you think she's gonna do? Option A or option B?
Right now, do you understand that? I have other units coming right now. Step out, or you are going to jail for resisting. I'm not playing around with you. You almost got pitted out. All right, you for failing to stop. I turned my sirens on.
Sir, hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Listen, ma'am, you are. I'm as soon as another unit. Listen, I'm telling you, I am right now. I'm telling you.
Liberty Caps, hey, what's up, man?
Hey, Jay, what's up, bro?
Good, man. I don't get why people just don't comply with the cops. Guys, once again, never hold court on the street. Never hold court on the asphalt. Did you guys see that one guy, Liberty Caps, where the car lot, they accidentally listed the truck he bought as stolen? So he was like a 24-year Coast Guard officer, and the cops pulled him out of his car at gunpoint. And he cooperated. They got it figured out, and now he's suing them. You know what I'm saying? So, guys, the cops were completely in the wrong. It was the car lot's fault, right? So he's suing the car lot and the police, right? But guys, he wasn't out there kicking, fighting, scratching. Guys, I'm telling you, if the cops pull you out of the car, guys, do not give them a reason to stomp a mud hole in your ass. Please, guys, I know it might seem crazy, but guys, sue them later. That's like people go, oh, let's just grant what the woke saying that somehow ICE is somehow grabbing U.S. citizens. Guys, let them grab you. Can you imagine if you are a citizen and ICE actually grabbed you off the street? That doesn't happen. That's not true. But guys, let's just say you sue and you get a lot of money. Okay, so
step out of the vehicle. I don't want to talk to you in the car. Get out of the vehicle. Get out of the vehicle, ma'am. Once another unit comes, I'm busting this window and I am dragging you out.
Bust my window car. You're not even letting me talk and let me explain.
I don't need you. I'm telling you to step out. I am legally allowed to tell you to step out. I don't care what you think. I am telling you right now to step out of the vehicle or you're going to jail. I'm giving you one last chance.
It's a Terry stop. You have to get out.
Say again?
It's a Terry stop. You have to get out.
It's true.
I am taking you to jail for resisting. That is it. The end of discussion. You are going to jail. I will break this window.
Collis says, bring the crane.
And I will remove you forcefully. You
guys, let's try and hit 100 likes.
Can do whatever you think.
Zoller?
Zoller. Yes, ma'am. I'm telling you right now. I'm giving you a lawful order. Please step out of the vehicle. I don't have to explain myself to you. That is a lawful order. You should probably understand what the law is.
Sir, because you're wrong.
Good to go. I'm not wrong.
Do not bust my window.
I'm going to bust your window if you do not step out of the vehicle.
Trying to have a conversation.
I don't need to have a conversation with you inside
Black
the vehicle.
brother
I
is
am giving
educated.
you a lawful order. This is the last time. Good to go. You are going to jail right now for resisting.
No, because you're not talking to me. You're being very rude.
174.
You're being very rude.
You're being rude to me.
Yeah, see this? And guys, here's the thing. Guys can't do this or we will get stomped into the dirt. Guys, we'll get... You know what I'm saying?
And I'm not going to stop in the part that I don't even know you, and I don't even know.
Just be advised, as soon as we get the female, she can be 10-15 for obstruction.
Conversation with you, and the fact that you're being very rude right now, like I'm trying to run away from you. I am not. I'm just move over.
All right, good to go. I'm done talking to you. I'm going to break that window if you do not step out of the vehicle.
No, I'm trying to have a conversation.
I'm not having a conversation with you. I gave you multiple. I don't.
Say again.
It's so sad, AJ. Just like the Bible says, my people perish for lack of knowledge.
Yeah,
well, they just don't know what's up.
Well, they don't care, right? They have this post 2020 lack of respect for police, for the authority of anyone, and especially this is a B-dub. So any male authority, she doesn't want to hear any part of, right?
Nope. She's not having any part of it. It's like she's fighting against the patriarchy. It's like, fuck the patriarchy. It's like, okay, girl, the law says you got to get out of your car.
Okay, nose cut down on the swearing. Everything else is good, but just no F-bombs, right?
My bad.
Ma'am, you can say everything you want. You can listen.
I want to talk to your sergeant.
I don't. You will talk to the sergeant once you're in handcuffs.
I want to talk to your sergeant.
You can talk to the sergeant once. That's fine.
No.
You're going to jail.
No,
you are going to jail.
No, I'm not.
You want to bet?
No, I'm not.
We'll see.
No, she's not. Okay.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
We'll see who. We'll see.
I plead the blood of Jesus.
No, my man here is being very cool, very chill. He's doing it right. My man here is doing it right.
Yeah. Yep.
174. That's 10 She's requesting you. I advise that she can speak to you when she's in handcuffs.
I am not stepping out of the car. You were very rude. Very rude. I was not running away from you.
10-4. I'm just waiting for another unit so she doesn't pull off.
Do whatever you please, sir.
All right, I'm going to, man. That's fine. I'm breaking your window. If you do not step out of this vehicle.
No, I don't have to step out of my car.
Good to go. Do you have any weapons in the vehicle?
I do not.
Okay. All right. It's your last chance. I'm gonna be nice. Give you one more chance. Step out of the vehicle.
You have at least 15 chances, guys.
Step out of the vehicle, or you're going to jail. I'm gonna break the window, and you're going to jail. Step out of the vehicle. All right. You want to go that way? 174. She's pulling off.
Of course she does.
Give me traffic.
The officer performed a pit maneuver on her vehicle, causing it to spin out and collide with the officer.
He's pulling a Conor McGregor. He's going to break a leg.
Go pit, go pit.
Hey, Liberty Caps, what's the one state in the union you do not want to run from the cops? Guys, in the chat.
Probably, I would have to say right now, from what I know, the cops who keep it tight are definitely Arkansas. Do not mess with those brothers.
Let's go! Arkansas, guys, you do not want to run from the cops in Arkansas. Guys. They're not playing, dude. They're not playing in Arkansas. They will give you that pit maneuver doing 130 miles per hour. They will catch you, guys.
It will barbecue pit your ass.
They are not playing.
Step out of the vehicle.
Yeah. There's a pit.
Step out of
and
the
there's
vehicle
an Arkansas
now.
barbecue pit.
Yeah.
Step out of the vehicle vehicle with your hands up.
You're cooked.
Hey guys, watch crossfire. I'm gonna put spikes under your tires.
That meat is falling off the bone,
Here,
baby.
just take care of business.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car!
Take a leg, babe.
Yo,
Take a leg out of that car.
I would love to see them pull her big ass through that. Chris, I didn't got me,
Not
Chris.
on the street.
I didn't got me, Chris.
Daddy, please, no. Oh, God, no. Oh, God, no. You big glob of snot. Get on the street, girl.
Get out of the car and shut up.
Get out of the car.
Stop! Stop!
You know she's in a Tesla, some kind of horrible SUV.
Step out of the car.
Stop! Stop! Stop!
Never been told once in her life.
Get out. Put your hands up.
Put some gloves on for the love of God.
I put a hazmat suit on.
Stop! I didn't do anything wrong! I didn't do anything wrong!
You think Scream is going to make it better?
Come on.
Stop!
Come on.
Stop! I didn't do anything wrong! I didn't do anything wrong!
This could have
I
been
didn't do anything
so
wrong!
simple.
No! You didn't talk to me!
Okay.
You did not talk!
Mad respect to my brother being really professional.
What a
Why did you hit my car? You did not talk to me.
I don't need
You did not want. Yes, you should. Yes, I have a right to be talked to and have a reason why. No, I'm not telling you anything. I do know my rights. You guys are wrong.
Let's say I
You
don't have
guys
to
are
have my
absolutely wrong. I'm not going anywhere. I'm waiting for my
You're
dad.
gonna have a seat.
I'm waiting for my dad.
You're gonna have a seat.
I'm waiting for my dad. Help! I'm being brutalized by the police. Help!
You're not.
Help!
It's a Terry stop, you fool. 1997 Supreme Court
Stop!
decision.
Help!
Get that son.
Help!
Close that door.
Help! 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 I'm being brutalized.
Lord have mercy.
Help!
Lord have mercy.
Stop.
Help! Help!
Close the door.
Lord have mercy.
Close the door.
I'm being brutalized by the police.
Jesus Christ.
Hey,
You good?
What a mess.
this woman will not shut the F up. She is out of control.
Joke.
Good. That's what I pulled her over for. 60.
All this speeding
Guys,
ticket.
hold on. Never, ever talk to a chick whose car or house is dirty. Never. Disgusting.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Look at the bottom of her feet.
We good? Yeah.
I'm suing you.
Okay.
I'm suing you.
Okay.
I'm suing the entire
She's
department.
talking and everything
Painted
else.
toenails.
The entire department.
She's got 3 inches of dirt on her feet.
I gave you more car.
Yeah.
Do you have a valid driver's license?
Oh,
Is that why you're acting like this? Are you suspended?
Did you check my plates?
Are you secure? Secure. If you fail to identify, I'm gonna charge you again for that. Are you secure? Make
You're
this
not
simple.
saying my name right, so no, I'm
So
not.
what is your name then? What is your name? If you do not tell me your name, I am going to charge you with failure to identify. We're going to take you to the jail. You're going to get booked under John Doe or Jane Doe, okay? And then you're going to sit there until he's right here. All right?
I want to talk to you, sir. I don't want to talk to
Good to go.
Hey, what's going on?
Sir, I understand that I may be going 15 over the mile because I was going 60, not 20 over the mile.
All right.
So yes, I do contest to that. Now, I didn't know that the
I do contest to that. You dunce.
Police officer was trying to pull me over. So when I moved over so he can, do whatever he's going to do, but then I was like, okay, so he's still behind me. So I go to a lighted area.
Okay.
I'm not familiar with this area like that.
Yeah,
I pulled over to a lighted area, and then he came at me very, very hard.
Okay.
Now I don't know what y'all procedures are like that,
Yeah.
but I'm
Blah 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 blah.
Stop!
This could have been just a basic traffic stop. This could have been like a speeding ticket, but she had to make it this crazy thing.
I'm trying to talk.
Who cares? Shut up.
If this thing slips its cuffs, I'll eat my shorts. You know what I'm saying?
That's your
What a
big
shit.
yapper.
We're done talking.
I'm not even running.
It's open.
Stop!
Get in the car.
Stop!
Get in the car.
Okay, thank you. Just have a seat, please.
Sit down or they're going to grab you by your handcuffs and pull you in the car.
Let me sit down. Stop. Wait. Let me
in
do
the
it.
car.
Let me do
Snowboard.
it.
Sit down.
Let me do
This is a
it.
news
Let
story.
me
Sit
do
down.
it.
Okay. Sit down.
Sit down, please.
Okay, damn.
Sit down.
Down.
Okay, move.
You're about out of time. Sit down.
No, you guys have been. Wait, hey, get back.
That's simple.
Hey, stop.
Pull her in.
Ow, ouch, you're hurting my arm. Ow.
Jackiara was then transported and booked into the Santa Rosa County Jail. She was charged with failure to obey a LEO's order to stop and obstructing without violence. Her release bond was set at a total of $3,000. If you want more content like this, make sure to like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. And
Judge is
remember,
gonna love that footage.
Here you go, guys. Here you go.
The judge is gonna love looking at that.
This.
Is that a Prius? What the hell is that?
Right, to step out of the car, and we are going to have a civilized conversation because what you're doing right now, it's the most, and it's not going to end well for you. I'm not. Step out.
On November 18th, 2022, an officer on patrol was flagged down by an Uber driver whose passenger refused to get out of the car after the ride was cut short. And the officer stepped in to help. What should have been a simple removal quickly became anything but.
Okay, what's the issue? What's going on?
Oh, here it is, guys. Look at the story. Watch. Watch.
A case of
What's she mad about now?
woman in handcuffs and new
Yes.
on 11 at 11.
Road rage, huh? Right?
2022.
Look at this chick right here. Look at this.
Well. At 11.
Another VW wants to get a ride home for
All right,
free.
dude, hey, Liberty, wait till I try and cut in, and I'll pause the video, but don't just talk over the video the entire time, okay?
This all started when she sideswiped his car.
So she hit him. She hit him, and of course, attacks him. Crazy how that works, right?
Have a good night in jail. This was the moment.
Hey, Liberty, was that you, buddy? Was that you?
City boy!
Let's go! He said, have a good night in jail.
I only had a Cajun shake when I was down in New Orleans.
Oh, no.
Officers arrested 28-year-old Tiana Potter.
Oh, the black does crack. That chick's 28? Ugh.
I start to get out thinking we're just going to exchange insurance information, and she begins to just go berserk.
Nick Conley says he was driving Thursday afternoon when a woman tried to pass him. He says she got into the next lane for oncoming traffic, then sideswiped his vehicle.
Whoa.
The arrest report shows Potter pulled over in front of Conley before getting out of her Jeep.
And this is where they did the damage there, right there.
Why did you run into me?
So that's why you
See? She walks up.
I'ma kill your bitch ass, bitch!
And guys, what's the smart thing that he just did?
Didn't engage. And
Yeah, he
filmed
rolled his
it.
window up.
And got video evidence.
Yeah, he rolled his window up. He said, I'm not having any of this. No, thanks. No, thanks. Look at that.
Yeah.
Conley says the shouting match escalated when the woman pushed his driver's side door.
Shut up. Get away from my car.
911 dispatch told responding officers Potter even tried to rip off the driver's side mirror.
How you see the scratches, And then she used the twisting motion on this to get this to eventually break off from there because it was hanging. This was all hanging.
When officers arrived, they say they saw Potter shoved calmly to the ground with the car door. He was bleeding on his arm and his leg. They say once officers separated the two, Potter refused to obey commands.
Of course not. Typical B-dub behavior.
Staying in the middle of the road and holding up traffic. And officers say when they tried to arrest Potter, she resisted by knocking the handcuffs away and trying to bite an officer's hands.
Look at that.
Tonight, she faces several charges, including assault, disorderly conduct, and reckless driving.
What a demon, dude. What an absolute demon.
Yeah, get checked for rabies.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Hold on. All right, let's do this. Let's go.
You know, all that writing on her body, she should have just given herself a diary.
Something. Hold on. Let's see.
I'm sorry. She's been disrespectful the whole ride, and
Okay.
I just asked her to get out, and she's refused.
Okay, this is civil.
Can you listen? I understand this is civil.
The
Are you
ride.
going to take me home?
No.
The ride has
Absolutely,
been.
this is
the
your
service has been
responsibility.
terminated. So.
You're
Okay,
with
I'm-
this man. Excuse me.
I'm not doing
operator,
this.
Are you still
Listen.
on the line? Because you're not speaking now.
You need to hang up. You're with me now.
I'm not with you. I'm on the phone. I'm with this man.
Okay.
She's acting
He has-
dangerous. She's yelling.
56 minutes.
He has no reason.
56 minutes after my
This is
ride.
civil.
Are you
can
going to
get
arrest
some.
him for speeding?
Absolutely not.
For what? Because
You
he
want
endangered
me to-
my life. I
Okay.
can press charges on you right now.
Okay.
You see? Typical woman completely in the wrong and still trying to get the guy in trouble.
You need to get out.
I want to press charges.
Get out of the car.
I want
You're-
to press charges.
You're being.
I'm
extra.
not.
You
Because
have nothing
you
to
haven't
press
listened
charges.
to my situation.
Okay, so step out so I
want
can
to press
talk.
charges.
Step
I'm not
out of the
getting
car
this car
so
Can
I
you
can
put me
talk.
out this car?
Step out of the car so we can
So
talk.
he's in the wrong.
Step out of the car so we can talk.
I want to
separate.
press charges
For what?
for speeding, endangering my life.
No.
He's an Uber driver. I paid him to take me to one destination
That's
to
fine.
the other.
And he can end the ride, and that's
not what I'm suing him for.
okay, you can sue anybody you want in this
So where's
country.
your
What papers?
your clipboard so I can press charges?
I'm not doing anything for
AJ.
you.
Doing your job.
She's an Uber retard.
Oh.
Press charge. I'm gonna call Uber support. Your Uber's gonna be canceled. You're not gonna be able to get to your appointment. You're not gonna be able to get to any other appointments. All right. Good luck. All right. You know
What appointment?
Why are we doing this? I don't understand why you're doing this.
20 miles over the speed limit.
Okay,
You want to test?
and that's criminal.
So that's now a false accusation
press
on
charges
that's
on
fraud.
you.
So now do you want to be sued for fraud?
Are you drunk?
I'm not drunk. You want me to go
This
to
guy, he's get out of the car, right? And just stand on the curb. And the officer, take care of this. You know? It's ridiculous.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's go to your
Let's tell the
So
officer.
now
Why-
you're on
why you
recording.
talking to me?
Now you're on recording
I've been
accusing
on
me of
recording.
being
That's
drunk.
what you said,
You're on
right?
recording of
I've been
accusing
on
me of
recording.
being on
That's fine.
drugs.
So you can show
That's
him
fraud.
the recording.
Okay, that's fraud.
I'm not.
What is your name?
All right.
Are you willing to press charges?
Me on recording that I would not be charged for the ride. So where's my refund? I do. Yeah, since you asked him, officer, whoever.
Okay. All right. If she refuses to leave the car, are you willing to press charges?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to have a choice. So
Yes or no?
I'll give her a minute. Let me call my boss and let me see what they're going to do. And
Try
if
to
she's
talk
not-
some sense into her.
Yeah.
So she
That's
doesn't.
not
go
going to happen. It's a B-dub. Guys, they'll find Jimmy Hoffa before they manage to talk sense into a B-dub. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Otherwise, I'm gonna ask
She's
you.
an Uber
I mean,
rat.
what am I supposed to do here? This is cutting off my business now.
Relax. Listen. So you're upset that he's not giving you. I'm recording this man going 85 miles, 15, damn near 20 miles over the speed limit, bro. All right. I told him.
Chaotic cost. Or long, they
How that works. Hey, I don't know what your name is. Hang up the phone. Let's solve this. We don't have all night to be hanging out here. She's getting disgruntled. What do we want to do? You want to press charges if she refuses to leave?
At this point, both the driver and the officers had grown tired of the situation. And before long, they all agreed on the only solution left. But that decision would come at a chaotic cost.
Of course it does.
I mean, I need her out of the car. So,
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
if she is,
All right.
what do I have? You tell me what I have to do to get her out of the
Okay.
car.
Yep. We're gonna go with this officer. You're gonna write a statement.
Can I
You're
write
gonna
my
press charges.
statement?
Absolutely
Shut up.
not.
I'm not talking to you.
You're gonna step
I
out
don't
of this
wanna
car. Okay.
That's my right, right?
I'm gonna give
Do I
you.
have to talk
I'm gonna give you the opportunity
Do
to
I
step
have
out of
to
this car.
talk to you
Absolutely.
specifically?
It doesn't matter if it's me or not. I'm gonna give you
Driver's
the
got a
opportunity
one-word statement.
so that you don't have to go to
Fatigue.
jail tonight.
Say again?
The driver's got a one-word statement. Fatigue.
Yeah, just get out.
On my car? Are you gonna drag me out this car?
If you don't step out of this car, okay, after the opportunity that I'm about to give you,
You're not the driver. This
Okay.
isn't even your right. Are you in your jurisdiction right now?
Absolutely.
Where's the driver?
if you don't
Since
step
you're
out of this
making
car,
these allegations,
if you don't
the
step
driver
out of this
hasn't
car,
told me to get out of this car yet.
He said 1,000 times.
I'm gonna drag you out of this car.
All right, here we
Drag me
go.
out. I'm 97 pounds. Drag me out.
Come on, step out.
I'm 97
Step
pounds.
out.
So you can ask me.
Come on, step out.
Let's go!
Wow. I'm not.
Step out.
97 pounds in a jail cell.
Get down.
Really though?
Stop.
I'm not doing
Stop
that.
resisting.
You
Give us your hand.
motherfucker.
Give us your hand.
You mother.
Stop.
Bro. You straight silly.
See, this is what it takes, guys. These B-dubs think they're all big and bad. They can talk all this mess, right? And then they end up on the ground with the old Derek Chauvin knee in their neck. And that's what it takes to actually shut them up. Seriously.
You mother.
I tell you guys, you could Thanos snap 99.7% of
She looks
all
like
B-dubs.
she looks like
Don't
spaghetti and meatballs in a
Liberty. Don't interrupt me, bro. You could Thanos snap 99.7% of all B-dubs away. And the world would be a much better place. Liberty, you were saying?
spaghetti and meatballs in a ninja blender.
Bro, I swear to God. I got all my bond money. Charge me.
I will.
I swear to God you going to jail, huh?
Oh, bad on Leo. Good charge.
I swear to God you going to jail. Put me in the car and I want all my belongings out of that man's car. And that's my wife. Yeah, for real though?
Yeah.
Hey.
He did this to you.
Stop touching me, bro. All that shit on camera. You feel good? You feel good about yourself? Oh, it ain't gonna do shit. That's why you look like that?
Sit down.
I want
You can't
all my
breathe
shit in
either.
the car. I am sitting down. Why are you touching me?
Put your
You
feet
sound dumb.
Put your feet
You sound so. Hey, yo, put the light on me. Yo, you don't want to though.
You need to stop doing that. Stop doing that. Okay.
Where is this at? Orlando?
Stop doing that.
Here's
Stop
the
doing
demon
that.
coming out.
Pepper sprayer.
You need to stop doing that.
I'm charging you. I'm gonna picture every part of my body right now.
Okay.
Cause you just abused me.
Do you need medical attention?
I honestly wish that they did, for real. just give her like 2 or 3 good
Straight up
snaps.
to
You know what
my
I'm saying?
light skin.
Please. All right, guys. You know, I don't want the 2.5 hour mark, guys. I gotta. I actually think that I might go live on my TCAP channel later on, maybe about 10 o'clock, because there's a couple stories that I want to talk about. And guys, they're actually doing a To Catch a Predator movie about Chris Hansen, and Rob Pattinson's playing Chris Hansen. So I'll drop that on the community post and in the Discord. But I gotta head out, guys. All right, guys, take it easy.
All right,
bye, guys.
AJ.